Joining us on the line from Dunedin, we have Hugh, aka Ernesto Anemone. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Where did that come from, Hugh? Hi, how are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I don't really know. It sort of just came out of nowhere in lots of ways. I sort of had an EP worth of stuff to put out, and I figured that I should probably have a name to go with it. And yeah, so I sort of just thought about it for a while, and that was something that sort of came to mind, I guess.
Because you like Ernesto and you like Anemones.
Pretty much, yeah. I can remember being a little kid, sort of going down to the rocky shore or whatever, and poking the anemones, and I thought they were pretty cool. So I guess
Poor
sort of
things,
a
eh?
funny word.
That's just what they get all the time. Like, oh my God, here comes another kid. Yeah. So tell us, Hugh, when did you start making music, and what was the first piece of musical equipment you acquired?
Oh yeah. Well, I played a bit of guitar and stuff in high school, and did the whole like rock quest thing and that.
Did you place anywhere noteworthy?
We got first in the Hawke's Bay regionals, but we didn't bother applying to the nationals or anything because our bassist was going to be overseas. But sort of in terms of the electronic stuff, I don't know. I guess my laptop maybe.
Yeah. And
First piece of equipment.
So you are interesting in that. I mean, you're an interesting person anyway, but you're interesting and different in the sense that you fuse psychedelia with beat making. What inspired that? How did you go about that?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's particularly psychedelic, but I sort of kind of enjoy that pluck, I guess. I don't know, just you quite like the idea of not really being that constrained in the sort of music you can make, and it's quite nice to just be able to experiment a little bit. Not that my music's all that out there, but yeah, I don't know.
So who would you love to sample, or what's your era of what's your favorite era then?
I don't know. Probably like I'd have to say sort of Hendrix. Like back in high school, I went through a couple of year period where I was just completely obsessed with all his music. And there's a lot of sort of cool stuff that he's made that probably isn't recognised as much as the sort of classic ones.
That'd be fun,
yeah, sorry?
That would be fun, eh? I personally would like to hear that.
Yeah, hard. It would be quite cool. But yeah, I don't know. Just, yeah.
And tell me, who's your best support been? Because you've done Concord Dawn, 2 cartoons. They're little audience darlings, actually.
Yeah. So what was the question, sorry?
That's all right. Who's been your best support? Any fond memories?
Well, sort of pretty much every gig I've played has been at Refuel.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty
Institution.
It's a pretty funny little bar. Yeah, it's pretty cool down there. I know probably the 2 cartoons gig was a lot of fun because a lot of mates down there, and it was sort of a lot of people were leaving Dunedin at the end of this year.
Right.
And it was good to have a big party that night, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, probably that one I'd say.
Now tell us a little bit about Drifting to Infinity. Where was that? What inspired that, and how was that recorded?
Well, I don't know. I think that was one of the tunes that I sort of thought I'd go out and sample a Hendrix track. And so the sample from that's actually from the song called Drifting, which is on, I think it's First Race, The New Rising Sun or something like that.
Yeah. And
so I had that sample, and then I was playing around with a synth I had, and it sort of sounded a bit like this sort of 2-note flute that Adam Page was playing around with at camp last summer. And I don't know, just sort of experimented for a while, and it sort of all just came together.
How does it work legally with samples?
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Okay, just pretend I didn't ask. Ooh, how's jail? Just kidding. But I'll send you a package if you have to go to jail over it. Hey,
that'd be great.
Yeah. I'll make it a nice one, little care package with nothing that will help you escape. Obviously, I don't want to go to jail too. Hey, what have you got coming up next over summer?
Not a lot. Heading up north for the summer.
Nice.
Got a gig at Squareway Festival in November in Wellington, so pretty excited about that. But nothing really else planned in terms of music, really.
That's exciting. Hey, well, shall we check out Drifting to Infinity? I can't wait. Hugh, thank you so much, or AKA Ernesto Anemone.
Yeah, sure.
Total pleasure chatting to you.
No, thanks a lot. It was great.
Take care. Here we go. Ernesto, Anemone with Drifting to Infinity. Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.